TechRaptor. We're here at GenCon 2015. I'm with Dirk, the designer of Tesla versus Edison. Dirk, you want to give us a brief overview of the game?
Absolutely. So Tesla versus Edison is the war of currents in late 19th century United States. You're playing as an investor, you're teaming up with a famous inventor of the time, and together you're hiring employees into your company, you're collecting electric projects from around the United States, you're advancing in a series of technologies, you're engaging in a vicious war of propaganda against your opponents, and you're buying and selling each other's stock on an interactive stock market.
Now, we were talking with somebody a little bit earlier, about history. What went into designing the game, as well as some of the aspects of the story?
The basic game design came when I finished reading a book on the topic. At this point in my life, whenever I read a book, at the end of the book I had a game design in my head for the story that the book told. Then there was a huge explosion of Tesla interest around things that the oatmeal did, and then I said, okay, maybe there's a market for this. I need to dust this off and go with it. And so to design a historical game like this that is so focused on the authenticity of the time, I ended up reading about 6 books, doing dozens, if not hundreds of additional research online to really bring together the story in the most complete, robust, and really usable and elegant way.
And the art style seems to be along those lines.
Yeah, definitely wanting to capture the feel of the time, to transport the player into that time and place. Because, in games, people are playing and it's casual on one hand, I get that. But for me, as an artist, I think of myself as an artist as opposed to a designer. I want to tell a story and I want to transform people into that place and that experience. And so having the art really align and evoke the theme is super important. We have a wonderful artist, Heiko Gunter, who's integral to that process.
So, you talked about the accuracy of the game, the historical accuracy. How important is that going into the game to you?
So to me, it's very important, but the thing that's important about it is it has to be in the background. So I want gamers to see this game and see that it's fun. I don't want them to feel like it's a history lesson. I want them to feel like this is really cool and I'm going to enjoy playing it. I'm going to sneak the history into that. I've done a lot of things in the design that are not overt, but that are communicating the history, giving you the knowledge and insight just naturally as you go through the game. I don't want it to be seen as an educational game because it's just a game, but it does have great educational byproduct, just by virtue of it.
So, give us a little bit of background on each of these pieces.
Yeah, so to give you a sense of the art style, this is a stock certificate. It's based on the way that stock certificates looked of the time. And so we're trying to get something that really, again, evokes the feeling, but it has a cool look to it as well. The cards for the different people, this is one of the employees, Lewis H. Slatter. We had an illustrator come in and custom make based on photographs. These, and it's Jess Real, and she's really wonderful. And then the money are based on real old notes that, in the United States, but they have our own unique sort of custom stuff to make it more fun and gamey. There's a lot of Easter eggs hidden.
So you mentioned that you illustrated some of these employees. Are they all real people?
They're all real people, 100% real and historical, and a great effort has been made to have them behave in the game the way they behave in real life. So that goes back to all the research that I said that I did. And that's a process of first, as I'm reading all these things, having a giant inventory list of these are all the possible people who could be in the game. And then reading more about them and decide who are the best or most important who should be included in the game. And then once those have been decided, they're really getting into the fine details of what should the design of these characters be.
So what is the typical play time for, what would your optimal?
So it scales very well from 2 to 5. I'm always someone who likes more players in a game. I like player interaction. I like sort of complicated negotiating stuff. So for me, 5 players is the pinnacle. Rado runs through, who likes 2-player games, thinks it's amazing as a 2-player game. So I think it just depends on sort of style. It's about 25 minutes per player, maybe a little bit less. So 2 people who know how to play will definitely play in under an hour. 5 people who know how to play will probably be under 2 hours.
And where can our readers find the game?
They go to Artana.com, ARTANA.com, and they can buy it today.
Thank you.
My pleasure, thank you.
Cool, all right.